now 6:30. I'd like to call this City Council meeting of May 28th to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilperson Cosner?
Here.
Councilman Nestor? Councilman Bass?
Here.
Councilman Orchakowski?
Present.
Mayor Mosher?
Here.
There are 4 members present, 1 absent, but voted quorum.
Thank you. This time I'd like to ask Pastor Brian Norrell to lead us in prayer from St. Mary Baptist Church.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, bless our representatives as they gather here this day to send down your Holy Spirit upon them, to guide them as they guide our city. Give them strength, give them wisdom, give them patience. Fill their hearts with your goodwill, that they may bring peace and prosperity to our city. We ask all this in the name of your beloved Son, who with you and your all Holy Spirit is worthy of all praise, now and ever and forever. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's see, we still don't have any minutes available that have been circulated to everybody, is that correct? Okay. We gotta get that rectified. There's probably in the neighborhood about 5, maybe 6 months now that we need to really spend getting these minutes brought up to date. And I'll make sure that everybody tries to get those before the next meeting this time next month. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for public comments directed to myself on agenda items only.
Attorney Telegraphist, 29 Rex. On E, page 2, Mayor, you're going to increase the grant amount from $175,000 to $202,000. What additional equipment are you buying?
I think that reflects additional cost for the handicap facility.
It's cost, not equipment.
It's cost.
Then why you got equipment here?
Well, the handicap ramp is a ramp. It's part of the equipment.
Okay, and what grant is this money coming from? Doesn't say here.
The Greenways Trails and Recreation Grant.
That's the name of the grant?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's in the motion.
Yes.
Okay. Now the other one is, Karen, you got, motion to place a bat box.
Yes.
And you know, I was up there during Memorial Day weekend. And you know what the biggest thing is that everybody's complaining? They have to bring their own weed killer because nobody's treating the inner and the outer area of the ballpark up there. And do we have insurance for that? If somebody is putting a chemical there and then people get sick and they run to the hospital?
What's that have to do with bats?
Huh? Which is not bad, but the complaint that I heard from 4 people.
That's not on the agenda.
Well, I know that should be addressed.
Thank you. Anybody else? Correspondence. I think Bishop Bass has something for us.
Yes, I have a letter here to Monessen City Council. The Nehemiah Monessen is requesting the use of the Anthony Madison Senior Park on June 20th, 2026 for a vendor and craft affair from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Thank you in advance for your consideration. President Ricardo Hall and Secretary Linda M. Carson.
Okay. My suggestion is we get that put on the schedule that Amy maintains for the resources, and it should not be an issue.
Okay.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask our solicitor for his report.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, everybody. On tonight's agenda, you'll see a motion
for the sale of some unused firearms from the police department. I'll work with your chief through the process. The city will have to go through a federal firearms licensed dealer. We need to understand the values of those firearms to see if there has to be any potential bidding. I don't know if the chief's going to offer them up to any of the police officers first. We'll put the process in place. This is a typical process for municipalities to go through with their unused firearms. I think we've done this a few years ago as well, Chief.
Yeah, we did that with, we got the block on the street.
Right. So we have a process in place. Just get some more information.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, I attended the school board meeting with the mayor to discuss the upcoming LERTA ordinance. The ordinance has been revised based on feedback from the school district and conversations that the mayor had to an 8-year period. The next step in the process would be for council to have a public hearing, which would define the LERTA area of the city, which right now is proposed to be the entirety of the city. Had an issue pop up with a stormwater inlet on Monessen Boulevard. A neighbor up there reached out to the city engineer with pictures of a concrete truck dumping concrete into the city stormwater inlet. It impacted a filter box in there that was placed for MS4 purposes that had to be removed. After further investigation, it looked like the outfall pipe was also impacted. But with the help of your police and your engineer, we were able to identify the contractor that was working on a private home. And got in touch with their insurance company. They've submitted a claim. There'll be an on-site meeting with an engineer affiliated with the insurance company in a couple weeks to see what the city's estimate to cover the damage checks out. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Does the treasurer have a report for us today?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Mayor, council, and citizens of Monessen, this is my report for April of 2026. Garbage fees. Garbage fees current. We received $24,176 in April. Year to date, $472,206.45. Budget amount for 2026 is $686,924. Garbage fees delinquent. April we received $5,399.60. Amount, this includes $1,671.60. Amount collected by Portnoy. Year to date, delinquent, we've received $39,565.12. This includes $3,580.27. Amount collected by Portnoy. Budget amount for 2026, $75,000. Penalties and interest collected by Portnoy. April we received $45.49. Year to date, $45.49. Budget amount $2,500. Garbage fees collected for the year 2027. April we received $20. Year to date, $2,779. Budget amount $5,000. Totals for the month of April for garbage fees. We received $29,641.09. Year to date, $514,596.06. Budget amount $769,424. City real estate taxes revenue. Current April received $1,029,582.67. Year to date, $1,407,239.73. Budget amount for 2026, $1,487,000. City taxes prior years collected. Received nothing in April. Year to date total, $9,156.04. Budget amount $10,000. Subtotal collected for 2026. $1,029,582.67. Year to date, $1,416,395.77. Delinquent city tax collected by Westmoreland County. We did not receive anything in April. Year-to-date, $48,259.34. Budgeted amount, $250,000. Total year-to-date taxes. We've received $1,464,655.11. Budget amount, $1,747,000. City real estate tax distribution as of April 30th, 2026 is as follows. General fund year-to-date, $985,388.54. Budget amount, $1,034,505.90. Debt service year-to-date, $267,415.53. Budget amount, $280,745.60. Library year-to-date, $28,611.21. Budget amount, $30,037.40. Parks year-to-date, $134,980.49. Budget amount, $141,711.10. Total year-to-date distribution, $1,416,395.77. Total budget amount for 2026, $1,487,000. Miscellaneous income. Real estate transfer tax. In April, we received $4,926.46. Year-to-date, $37,619.87. Budget amount for 2026, $70,000. Earned income tax. April, we received $32,893.59. Year-to-date, $245,956.79. Budget amount, $700,000. Mercantile tax. April, received $7,477.48. Year-to-date, $10,622.36. Budget amount, $21,000. Local service tax. April, we received $2,778.66. Year-to-date, $20,588.35. Budget amount, $70,000. Tax certifications. April, we received $2,010. Year-to-date, $6,560. Budget amount, $20,000. Municipal lien letters. April, we received $1,125. Year-to-date, $4,350. Budget amount, $12,000. Line usage accounts. Unsecured payments, we received $1,620. Year-to-date, $7,826. Line usage fee, April total, $78,890.05. Year-to-date, $305,771.49. Total year-to-date, we received for line usage account, $313,597.49. Mayor, that concludes my report for the month of April.
Could I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report as read?
Make a motion to accept the report as read.
I second it.
Second. Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bass?
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes. This time I'd like to ask our city controller for his report.
Honorable Mayor and Council, Controller's Report for April of 2026. General Fund, CFS Bank, checking account. Bank reconciliation as of April 30th, 2026. Ending bank balance of March 31st, 2026, $664,348.29. Deposits was $1,314,819.40. Expenses were $392,250.96, with an ending balance as of April 30th, 2026, $1,586,916.73. Outstanding checks, $379,236.91. Outstanding deposits, $35,844.61. The reconciled balance to bank statement is $1,243,000, $1,243,524.43. That concludes my April's controller's report.
Thank you.
I do have something I wanted to add, though.
Okay.
So I noticed I was signing checks, and the Mon Valley Refuse Authority check, was late this year, this month. Is there a reason for that? You know?
What's late?
The Mon Valley Refuse Authority check,
For 57,000.
yes,
It shouldn't be.
okay.
There's no reason it should be.
Well, it's due, the bill to the pro waste was due on the 24th, and I just signed the check today.
Well, then it wasn't in the last council meeting.
Yeah, so it usually is during, the first meeting of the month. So I know we're going through some growing pains with the,
Would it be included in the work session,
It should be.
it can't be a bill?
It's a bill pay.
Okay.
okay, we just wanna make sure so we can get it there.
Absolutely, yes, oh, yes, so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, I got a thing on top of that. I just want to note to everybody, according to is what Jerry, reported, right now, we're gonna be $169,000 short for garbage.
People need to pay their bills. Okay.
Well, if they don't pay our bills, we're gonna be in serious problems.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Well, let's continue on through the agenda here. Next is my comments. I have a few that I'd like to make. As most residents have seen, we currently have a number of people working on paving streets throughout Monessen. Some of these projects were funded through CDBG, while others are tied to P&G activities associated with utility line repairs. I understand that construction and temporary road closures can be inconvenient, and I apologize for any disruption this may cause. However, this work is part of the ongoing process of improving our infrastructure, making our streets safer and more dependable. I also recognize that some residents may question one road is being paved while another road is not. It doesn't necessarily mean that. What that really implies is that many of these cases, the paving decisions are connected to P&G and ABC related reports following work on the utility lines. In other words, as they replace the lines, we require them to fix the roads. This process is ongoing and will continue for the foreseeable future as repairs and restorations move forward. On another note, Public Works had some very encouraging success learning to operate the asphalt zipper. Our first effort was on Evergreen Street, a roadway that had deteriorated to the point where we felt there was little risk of making conditions worse. Tomorrow, crews will be using a heavy-duty 10-ton vibrating roller to compact the reclaimed material produced by the zipper process. We will carefully evaluate the results and determine the next course of action for Evergreen. It looks like that's going to work out quite well. Looking ahead, Public Works is expected to evaluate Crest Drive, that's a drive, as the next challenge. Since Crest is a more heavily traveled roadway, we want to study the performance and durability of this process before expanding its use. We also need to better understand the costs associated with paving the zipper restoration so we can properly evaluate whether this approach is practical and cost effective for broader use throughout the city. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank the Public Works Department during the summer months especially. They carry a tremendous workload. Their responsibilities include mowing the parks, city properties, RDA properties, the land bank properties. They repair potholes, maintain storm drains and stormwater systems, performing street sweeping and maintaining street signs, roadway infrastructure, and maintain equipment. Now they're taking on the additional challenge of learning to operate the asphalt zipper. The important point of this is these responsibilities are being carried by a hard-working team of only 7 people. They are a strong, dedicated group that works hard every day to keep Monessen operating and looking at its best. My hat is off to them and offer a sincere thank you to for their service and commitment to this community. I would also like to ask residents to have a little bit of patience and understanding. While they work hard and respond as quickly as possible to the many day-to-day needs of our city, They simply can't be everywhere all at once. Blight elimination and code enforcement remain priorities for this administration. We continue using the tools available to us to address unsafe and neglected properties, encourage responsible property ownership, and improve the appearance and safety of our neighborhoods. Finally, I want residents to know that our efforts to improve Monessen continue on many fronts. Progress does not happen overnight. We are continuing to move forward one project and one improvement at a time. As we move into the summer season, I want to encourage residents to support our community events, including music in the park, at the city amphitheater. These events are intended to bring families together, showcase local entertainment, and continue building community pride and activity in the city. We look forward to another successful season and hope residents will come out and enjoy the performances. Karen, would you be so kind as to read my motions, please?
Okay. Motion to approve sale of 20 Glock 35 pistols, previous City of Monessen Police Department service guns, registered to the City of Monessen, with proceeds of sale being allocated to the grant fund as the firearms were purchased through the grant fund account.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve Mr. Jack Howell of the City of Monessen for a 5-year term on the City of Monessen Civil Service Commission, effective immediately.
Is there a second?
Second.
Sec-
I'm sorry.
No, no.
Let you do your thing.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve advertising and the scheduling of a meeting of the Tax Forgiveness Hearing Board on Monday, June 1st, 2026, at 5:00 p.m. at City Hall Council Chambers in the City of Monessen to discuss all filed properties within the City of Monessen and any additional matters that may be brought before the Tax Exoneration Board.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to amend City of Monessen authorized official resolution number 15 to request a Greenways, Trails, and Recreation Program grant from the Commonwealth Financing Authority to be utilized for park maintenance and repair of recreation equipment and site development within the city park of the City of Monessen. The additional increase of the grant amount from $175,000 to $202,482 will be for additional equipment to be added to the grant proposal and paid for by approved grant allocations and proceeds within the grant submission, with no additional exposure to the City of Monessen.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes. Well, that's all the motions I had, so it's time to turn it over to Mr. Ordensowski.
Thank you, Mayor. Make a motion to pay the following invoices from the general fund, the amount of $76,247.85.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the refuge account, the amount of $57,243.66.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the line usage account, the amount of $8,150.
Is there a second?
Yes, second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the grant account, the amount of $1,121.64.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the Parks Fund, the amount of $352.42.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to pay the following invoices from the Liquid Fuels Fund in the amount of $25,288.85.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes. I do have one question about that. Does that have to be done through the Pliget account, or can that be done through CFS bank, liquid fuels? And the only reason why I say that is Pliget is not a USDA certified, FDIC certified, guaranteed place, whereas CFS bank has that certification plus can offer no interest accounts, just like the Pliget account is. It's just a question.
I think it comes down to CFS.
I think it should, but it's coming out of the Pliget account now,
Where are the liquid fuels held?
in the Pliget account.
And that might be required by liquid fuels. We'll have to look in we'll have to look at the liquid fuels regulations.
Okay, well, it's just a question I had. All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Continue.
motion to pay the following invoices from the rec board fund for the amount of $164.06.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to approve the transfer of $75,781.04 from the general fund to the payroll account for payroll.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Motion to issue $300,000 payment from the TAN account to Charleroi Federal Savings Bank.
Is there a second?
Yes, second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilman Bath,
Yes.
Councilman Orchakowski.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
Okay, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Bishop Bass, do you have a report for us?
Yes, I already read the letter that the Nehemiah group requested to use the facilities up there at the park. But I also wanted to say, Mayor, you spoke to the street improvements, and you also spoke to the asphalt zipper, which I was pleasantly surprised that the part I observed was working very well. So I'm hopeful that that will happen to all the other asphalt streets. So I talked to Rodney today, and they spent a lot of time cutting grass, as you know, and again, becoming familiar with that asphalt zipper. One of the things, I'm relatively new on the council, and I've toured the city. I've done a lot in the city, looking around at all the streets, but what I haven't really looked at are the alleys. So I've made some arrangements so that I'm going to try and cover most of the alleys in Monessen. And the young lady that came and talked to us last meeting, I see some of what she's talking about, and I just think I need to get more familiar with that. So I'll probably have more to say about that at a future meeting. And thank you for your time.
Thank you. John's not here. Does anybody have his report by chance?
Wanted to read it, so we're gonna defer to the next.
Okay. Karen?
Okay, before I read my report, I just want to remind everybody about what's happening in June, because we have a pretty jam-packed month. Beginning with the cleanup on Tyrol, we're meeting at 9 o'clock at the boat launch on the 13th. The 15th is a Monday, and there's the farmer's market down at 1 Wendell Ramey Road, and that'll be from 1:30 to 4:30. On the 20th, there's a cornhole tournament at the boat launch for the police department. The 24th is the Monessen Night Out at the high school, and the 27th is the Billy Price concert. And I will read my report for the month of May. Cut city parks, cut the ball fields for games, cut and clean pavilions for rentals, got all the parks and memorials ready for the holiday weekend, change lights in the police station, fix Columbus Park ball field lights, and I want you all to hear this, with the help of the mayor. He was actually up in the polls, so we have a working hands-on mayor, just for you all to know that he's out there, and help the street department is needed. That's my report, and I also want to mention something. A few weeks ago, I happened to be at Palmer Park in Denora, which I'd never been to before. It's a beautiful park, and as I walked the trails, I noticed they had a bat box there, and that's a temporary home for the bats to stay before they go to the caves and stay there during the winter. And on it, there was a plaque, and it said it was funded through CNX. So when I got back to my house, I emailed, a person from CNX Corporation, and they said they'd be really thrilled to put a bat box at City Park, and that's at no cost to the city. And I think it's a great idea. We have all this green space, and I would like to see that we use it to have more environmentally friendly activities there, and I think a bat box would be great. So I'd like to make a motion to place a bat box in City Park, and this wouldn't be till fall, and the creation of a related stewardship program for the effort.
Is there a second?
Okay, I'll second it.
Any questions?
Any questions for me? I sent everybody a little description of it, so right now you know what I know.
Okay, but the city, we won't be managing that.
No, we'll just, somebody's gonna come from CNX, and we're gonna walk the park, because you have to put it they recommend so many feet from a residence, so it has to be facing a certain direction, and things like that, make sure there's no damaged trees close by. So he's gonna come some point this summer and pick out a location. We may have to clean it, because I guess other things other than bats could go in there, maybe an insect, a wasp could build a nest, and we have to clean it out, but that's all we would ever have to do with it. We don't have to install it or anything.
Okay. Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilman Bath?
Yes.
Councilman Chakowski?
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes.
I was looking for that.
We're gonna go back and, Division Pass, let him read his report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I was looking for that. All right, for the month of May, the Streets Department report is that they picked up garbage downtown, that they marked PA1 calls, the Street Department cut city lots, and they planted flowers for Memorial Day, and they coal patched. They used the zipper, as we said, on Evergreen, and they cut fallen trees that had fallen from the storms, and they trimmed the bushes downtown. And they also helped the Parks Department as needed. I do want to just say, too, that one thing about the streets, I know that's my responsibility, and we got to figure out how to get some more money. I know that you all are working hard, but to really address the street issue, I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't know. We definitely will need more money. And it just surprised me, too, that they have 7 employees doing all this work. And it would be nice if somehow we could figure out how to get more help for them. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to talk about before I open it to public comment? In which case, I now invite the public for public comment.
This is what I was looking for.
3 minutes or less.
Okay, I'm gonna time it too.
Okay?
Okay, right now it's 7:02:30. This is about Tony. Tony, I stopped and talked to the contractors there. You made an investment for the city for $216,000 for this machine, which usually breaks down because it grinds up, and you're gonna have repairs for that. But anyway, they said if you just contracted us, we do all 3: the grounding, the steamrolling, and then the blacktop. Here, you gotta pay the other 2, plus you're eating up our time. Now, you guys spent, I don't know how much time up there, but it took more than 4 days up there to do Evergreen, and they're still not done. Now, I don't want no answers until after my 3 minutes. The other one is, don't take this personally, Bishop Bass. You told me last year you cannot serve more than 1 capacity. I was on the library, and you took me down to be on the planet. He's on the redevelopment there.
He's no longer on the redevelopment.
So who's running the redevelopment?
That's up
So
to
we
them
got
to decide.
nobody.
That's up to them to decide.
Well, you still go to the meetings.
They're
Well,
Anybody can go to the meeting.
we're playing around with words.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. We keep saying they did a good job up there. There's problems on the roads. That's all I'm going to tell you. You want to see what you want to see, and then you try to brainwash the public. All I know is this. And then you got a big issue. 4 parents told me they have to spray the weeds up there. And when they fall down and they get some sort of poison, the kids, you're worried about adding things. Resolve the problems we got. They got weeds in the inner ball field and the outer ball field, and nobody's cleaning them. That's all I have to say. I just hope you guys are more open to the public instead of talking to each other like a clique.
You know what, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to answer that. I already wrote my resignation letter, I just didn't send it. I didn't send it to the mayor.
I wasn't allowed to attend my library meeting.
Well, you know what, the meeting, anybody can attend the redevelopment authority meeting. Right. Okay, but I just wanted to clarify that I wrote the letter already. Okay.
And sorry, I was to tell me why you took this elaborate way of 3 different levels to repair roads. But one contractor could do all 3 of them.
And then, by the way, the redevelopment authority is reorganizing. That's their next meeting.
But they don't tell us that.
Ernie, you said 4 people contacted you about the park. Why didn't you give them my phone number and tell them to contact me?
Instead of you spending time how to decorate the city, you should be looking at issues. Did you walk up there? Did you say go walk up there?
Yeah,
They got weeds growing. And who's taking care of it?
Did you tell them to call me, that I'm the proper person to complain to?
This is why they don't come down. Most of the people in this city are sick and tired of these.
No, the question was, why didn't you just ask them to give Karen a call? And it was,
On the table. You guys don't talk to me, so why should I talk to you?
okay, never mind,
Okay.
we're done.
So Ernie, I got a question. You spoke about saying a contractor could do all the whole thing. Okay. Do you know what the cost is from beginning to end? Do you, no, answer my question. Answer my question. Answer my question.
Who's gonna repair the machine? You ain't got nobody to repair that.
Why, did we break it already?
It's going to, after you keep pounding it and grinding it.
That's what those teeth are made for. They're made to be
They're
replaced.
made to last for a long time. You know.
No, they included a complete spare set of teeth for it, and they're cheap, they're more or less expensive.
And the bottom line, Ernie, is that $216,000 piece of equipment was 100% grant. Didn't cost the city a penny.
Got 2 roads with that.
How are you gonna get, there is no grant money for paving.
Okay, well, I don't know
wish it
how
was.
long it takes to load this machine, and then you got that other, level to do, and then you got the bus.
Again, do you know what the cost of a complete redo and an asphalt of a mile? You know how much it costs? Break it down. Do you know how much it costs?
Did you give us?
How much does it cost, Ernie? Give me facts.
You never gave us a report how, buying that machine is gonna make a good difference.
It's gonna be a start because it
Right.
costs $1 million.
We didn't break it down.
Nobody has to break it down.
Nobody has to break that, you guys just pass legislation and use our taxpayers' money to buy whatever.
We didn't use taxpayers' money for that. It was grant.
I don't care.
Well, you should care. If you're gonna make accusations, you should care. And you should have your facts.
The city needs another truck.
No, the city needs 2 trucks.
Okay, then why didn't you use that money to buy?
Because there's a grant out there right now for us to get 2 more trucks.
But not for the, road.
Isn't that what the trucks are for?
I don't know.
Or are you gonna put swimming pools in places?
All I know is the roads are bad in that.
All I know is we're trying to take the first step to try to do something about it.
It's a long way, you got 3 different levels to repair a road.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't see over the top level.
Okay, let's move on. Does anybody else have any public comments to make? Here's the mic.
I was just here mainly to follow up on
Right.
the alleys, and also ask about them cutting that grass that they decided it wasn't gonna be a road anymore, so they let the grass grow up, and it's next to my garage. There's a serious rodent problem up there. There's so much, and actually, when you go to look at, the alley again, I want you to look at how many garages from houses that are unoccupied but are on that alley. The one in particular is filled with trash bags. We have a serious rodent problem. Okay, so they took down 648 last year. They never came back to finish it properly. They didn't put down any, whatever they put down, straw or whatever. It's up to here. And then I have Dennis Wade's old house right across the alley, which is a hazard, stuff falling off of it and everything. He never cuts his grass. I've had a problem with rodents in my house again, costing me much money, and every time the exterminator leaves, he says, there's your problem, and they don't clean up this area. Come on now. It's ridiculous. This is years and years of neglect. It's too much.
Yeah, all I can say is they're working very hard to take care of that. They've been instructed to get millings to take care of your alley, to make that a better surface. The streets department is trying to take care of the mowing of grass throughout the city. They can't be everywhere.
Yeah, but I've been asking for years. These are things that still haven't been done.
I know.
And the other thing is, I hope they do the alleys right, because, and both alleys, because like I told you, the one that comes off of, what is your street? Reed. It's the one that shoots the dirt down, and it ends up at the end by my house. So, like I said, I was glad that they came and cleaned the streets, but it didn't do me any good because it dragged the mud that comes down the alley from that part. Nobody can even use that part anymore, hardly. It's terrible. So I'm very frustrated because nothing's being done there, nothing. And this is probably, I've been coming down here 2.5 years asking for the same thing, not one thing has been done.
All I can say is they're working hard to get to it. There's many
But you
streets,
know
many
what?
alleys,
But it's
and I understand that.
It's an accessible, it's just not just an alley. That's how I have to access, and not only me, my garage.
Right, I understand.
So it's not like it's just an alley. And then, like I said, they decided not to maintain the road by my garage. So now the grass is up to here like that there also. It's ridiculous. I don't see this, the money is not being allocated equally. Because I don't see these problems up on the hill or whatever. I want our end of town to look like we belong in Monessen.
I understand, and I do too.
Well, something needs to be done. And I mean, it was a whole month ago, and no one's actually looked at this alley to see how bad it is.
I'll be coming through hopefully with a group. Mr. Mayor, do you have any idea or any time frame on what we can do to rectify her issue?
Realistically, it's something that you and Karen are going to have to work out as far as their scheduling is concerned in order to get the millings delivered there and rolled down and packed and done. There's also Dover Street, which I also asked them to do as well. That's a street that you can't drive down the street without going out off the road when it's muddy and causing issues.
I can't even, I'm going to send you all a bill for alignment and tires. But the other thing is that I'm very concerned about who's supposed to cut these lots where houses were torn down. It's a mess.
There's something in the order of 400 properties that they're trying to cut, and there's only 7 people to do it.
What happened to last year, at the end of the year, there was a guy that proposed that they were going to give you free service. Just let them know what they needed to do. They had a group of, remember that? Nothing was, it was free. And I asked you, what about cutting grass? Well, yeah, that would be a good thing for them to do, and then nothing happened.
Apparently, those people are not qualified to operate the equipment that we have.
They're talking about Supernova.
They can't cut grass. Another thing that bothers me, I'm sorry, is that, like, finally they cut the grass at the end of our street that used to be the church.
Yeah.
But they don't cut the sidewalk. I mean, it's going up signs, the grass, it just looks horrible. I don't want to live like this. It's not normal. It is not
Who's responsible
normal.
for maintaining the sidewalks?
Property owners.
It's a lot. It's It's a lot. It was a house that was torn down.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. I'm asking you all, because I don't know, do we go over your head and go to the county to report these
I would be
problems?
happy to get any assistance we can get, to fix alleys, to improve the mowing we have, to add people to our roles. Right now, we got 7 people, they're taking care of parks, they're taking care of the roads, they're taking care of everything they've got. And they have got these things on their list of things to do, that they are working hard to get through their
7
list.
people is not enough.
It's
Because
not
by
enough.
the time they
not
come
enough.
across the street, this side is grown up again.
But this is not a city that has this overflowing with money to take care of these problems either. We
When I spoke
struggle to make
you
it to the end of the year.
a couple years ago, you said you were getting ready to put in for a grant that would hire people specifically to take care of these
And
blighted
if you
lots.
apply for grants and getting the grants is 2 different things.
Okay, so how many times do you keep trying?
We keep trying all the time.
Yeah, it's pitiful. You know what, but
And you're welcome to come help us apply for these grants too.
I'll help you.
Come on
You tell me
down.
what to do.
Come on down.
Is it a form? I mean, I think
No, it's-
with grants, I'm not a grant writer. I have a friend, she lives in California, she is a grant writer. You have to know how to write this.
Yes, you do.
I don't know how to write this. I'm not a grant writer. So, obviously you need to hire a grant writer. And I know you don't get it normally the first
And
time.
that's back to having money to afford these things.
Okay, so,
In the state of
I
Pennsylvania, you
just wanna
cannot do it as a
know, when is
percentage.
our end of town gonna look like it belongs to the rest of the town?
You know, I hear your frustration, and I see, to defend some of the issues up there, our church has orchid coming in every month because we're trying to prevent the problem. Reverend, yeah.
Yeah, they are the ones that just told me again, until you get rid of this house and they clean up behind here, you're always gonna have problems.
Well, who owns that house, Dennis Wade's house? When I see him, I'm asking, but do you know
Yeah, I do.
who
I
owns
can
it?
give you his information.
Beg pardon?
I can give you his information.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But he's not gonna do anything, because they've been after him. He got so many fines. Now, he came to act like he's gonna cut this tree down that is gonna fall on my house any day. He has no money even to cut the grass, and that's a whole nother story. I'll call you.
Okay, do
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, do that. Please do that. But it is complicated to understand what they're saying, but, please call me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand too, but after you've been asking for like 2.5 years, okay.
Hi, I'm Pam Abbott. I'm concerned about, I've been in business 26 years. Right around the corner, there's a property, they tore down the building, it was Delvarne's.
Mhm.
The grass is like this. Now, the young man, one of the 7 people, cut this grass. He was out there 4 hours, back and forth, back and forth. How long would it take to cut that lot? I have to look out of my store.
There's a big difference. This property across the way is owned by the city. The property over there is owned by a landowner.
So I have to look at that grass.
And
Yeah, I've
he
been
can
in-
be cited, he can be taken to court or whatever's necessary to do, but code enforcement, that is a code enforcement issue. That is not a city problem.
It's part of the town.
It is, but
you know.
it is an uncooperative landowner that's not taking care of his property.
Is there, when code
They
enforcement...
cut it once.
When code enforcement takes it, is there any impetus, any teeth in getting the owners to act and do what they should do? How's that work?
Well, I'll let Joe answer that question.
Has this individual been cited?
Yeah, I believe he has, but he also hasn't been paying his taxes. This will about to be taken away from him.
This is this property right up there.
Where the newspaper office used to
Yeah.
be.
I mean, look, it requires consistent code enforcement.
It does.
You can't just stop because he's not
Exactly.
paying taxes.
Exactly.
I mean, you have enough properties around town where you don't know who the owners are. You can't locate them. They may no longer be alive. If you did get Lloyd to call me to see where he's at with these properties,
Certainly,
with this property.
certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't even wanna drive up around and park there, grass.
You've got a business right across the way, it doesn't do you a bit of good.
No, it doesn't. So, I mean,
I
you
understand your
said it.
frustration, but I also understand that I can't dispatch city workers to trespass on private property to mow the lawn.
Okay, my next question. What do you do if you have an alley and someone is parked in that alley, you can't go through it? I can't get into the back entrance, that's Division, Knox and Division.
Call the police.
And also, they did cut that before that alley right there. And there was a house torn down coming up McMahon. You can't see where the alley is, so I can't come in that way, I can't come in either way. So that alley's part of the city.
I understand.
And they did cut that before. They tore the house down, now you can't see where the house, you can't see anything, just like one big piece, big lot. You know where I'm talking about?
I do.
Division?
I do,
Okay.
and I understand. Anybody else? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Okay, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the meeting is adjourned, thank you.
Yeah.